All right, all right. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, everybody. Happy Tuesday. And what I really need to say is I need to go ahead and say happy National Black Poetry Day. How y'all feeling? We're here tonight to celebrate Black poets, Black poetry, Black authors. That's what we're gonna do, and I got some great poets in the house for you. It's been a minute since I've done the Poets House live. It's been a little minute. I got to get back into the groove of this thing. You know, we all got something to say. We all have something to say. We're writers, and we're the people who are going to give you the heartbeat of what's going on in our communities, what's going on in this world. If you want to know, you really need to be listening to a poet. And I hope you guys have a favorite poet in mind. You can get in here on the chat. I've got some poets who are going to share some poetry with you. And I just really want to get this whole thing going. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for not finding it robbery to share your evening with some poets here celebrating National Black Poetry Day. And I'm going to make sure that it is worth your while. You understand me? I'm going to make sure that you have a good time. I see I already got somebody in the building. How you doing, Veronica? She said, hello, beautiful. Well, thank you. Thank you. Hello, beautiful lady. Good to have you here. We're going to have a good night. All right? We're going to have a real good night. I'm here for it, and I'm here for you. I got to let you know that I've got a couple poets. I've got Mr. Tyler, who's going to be in here joining us. I've got Kevin Mullins in the building who's going to be joining us. I got Keep the Faith with Tori. See, I do a podcast and Keep the Faith with Tori. We were on earlier today. We did Talk It Out Tuesday. But she got some poems for you. Got to let you know. Now, for me, I want to go ahead and celebrate one of my favorite poets. And I'm not unique in wanting to celebrate this living legend that we have here. Nikki Giovanni. Let me turn it on the back here so you can take a look at her. Okay? Living legend. Living legend. So let's give it up for Nikki Giovanni. I also have another poet by the name of Nikki, and she's from South Carolina. So a homegrown Nikki that I have the pleasure and opportunity to know and have met. I'm putting these books up so that you guys will know what you need to get. Okay? That's her right there. And this particular book, one night I went to a reading that she had in Columbia, and I actually got me an autographed copy. So I was just overwhelmed. I was fangirling. And I don't know if you could tell here, but I have a $20 bill in here that is saving a page in this particular book. And why do I have this $20 bill in here? Well, I want to tell you, this is just a little show off. This is a little show off. But at that particular reading, you know, she invited us all out, and I read some poetry from my book. Let me bring it up here. The Little Black Book of Poetry. I read some poetry from my book, and I wanted to give her a book. So, this is Nikki Finney, okay? I'm enjoying myself. I'm fangirling, and I want to give her a book, but she would not let me give her a book. She bought my book, and she wouldn't let me give her change. Honored, completely and totally honored. And so I say to you poets out here, do the work. Put a collection together and put a book out here, and people will support you. They will. Another poet that I want to put her book up, Jessica Caremore, Detroit. Listen, I'm letting y'all know you need to be reading. Another good poet that I really love. All right, so we're going to get this thing going. We're going to get it going. Let me bring some of my poets up in the building. I'm going to bring Mr. Tyler in. How you doing, Tyler? You can unmute yourself at any time if you'd like to. And then I also have Keep Your Faith with Tori in the building. You can unmute whenever you'd like to. And I'm going to bring in Kevin Mullins right now. How you doing? How all of y'all doing?
Wonderful.
Good. This is an awesome day. I want to thank you guys for celebrating here with us. This is our day, you know? So I want to go ahead and I want to start out. And the first poet that I'm going to bring up to the mic, I want y'all to feel yourself. I know it's virtual, but just snap at your computer, snap while you're watching, snap, snap, snap. And Mr. Rep the Most High, go ahead and start us out, sir.
How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? My name is Kevin Mullins. I go by Mr. Rep the Most High all day, every day. Been doing this poetry thing for quite some time. I believe it started somewhere between middle and high school. But I'm gonna get into this piece, and it's called A Breathing Salvation. I say the Lord just spoke, but I couldn't receive life because life hands around the throat, I just got choked. There was no breathing it in. It was all blocked because my wages of sin. No lifting hands and receiving it. No thank you, Jesus, for bleeding because I still believed in it. Sin sown seeds weaved its way in. And when it was time for my spiritual check, I couldn't weigh myself in. I felt like I was too light. I couldn't fight this heavyweight championship fight. KO, good night. But before the clock ticked 6, I was up yearning. Then suddenly there was this joy that was coming running to my morning, because morning from that last fight that I had last night was its last night. Now I hold on to the breath of life. He is the air that I breathe. And when casting away all of these sin seeds, when resisting the enemy, he gotta flee. I say goodbye to you, evil deeds. You try to put an enemy, but enemy, please. Oh, Jesus. That was the name that I called on. Whether things was right, whether things was wrong, he was the backbone I could fall on. The strong tower that shall not break always provides an emergency exit, a way of escape when the enemy tries to pass you a tempted plate. Don't eat but regurgitate. Then submerge yourself in his word with thanksgiving when you get in his gates. Like the time I known I should have been seeking his face instead of just living off the mercy, just breathing off the grace. I say, Lord, I know you have mercy on me, but I'm tired of breathing just by mercy only. I'm barely making it, realizing time is being wasted, but yet I'm supposed to be the leader of an instilled nation. You see, these are just a few ways to keep your spirit open and in tune so the enemy can't come in and leave you abused and misused. We all need to be spiritually groomed from the simple days of the days when we laid in the back of a womb, conceived in it. But if you're in God, there's no condemnation. He already made and paved the way through this life he's given us through a breathing salvation. Thank you. Already.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You understand me? That's what I'm talking about, man. I tell you what, why don't you talk to me a little bit about what inspired you to write that particular piece? Talk to us about what it was like writing.
I was at the dining room table, and I knew that there were certain things that I wasn't indulging into that wasn't particularly the best for me. And I was like, how can I get over it, but yet still live with it and live through it? And writing was my therapy. So what I did was I got to the table, I was writing, and I just started thinking about instances that happen. That's how I come up with the part, the Lord just spoke. I couldn't receive life because I felt like at that time period, I was indulging into some things that I wasn't able to hear him clearly. So that's how I started it off, and the words just kept coming. I just kept writing.
Man, let me tell you something. I love that poem. I mean, I love it. I love how you work the breath into it, but the way it starts out. So I'm glad that you shared that particular part of the story. The Lord just spoke. I mean, already is like impactful just right off the bat. And I see we've got people in here who are already agreeing. You got snaps from Kawana James. How you doing, Kawana? Poet in the building also. You need to
Yes.
be in this open mic. All right. We also got Veronica Brockington. She said, snap, snap, snaps. That was awesome. So thank you, ma'am,
Absolutely.
for that piece.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're gonna keep this thing going. We're gonna keep it rolling. I want to bring Mr. Tyler into the building. Mr. Tyler, where you at, man?
I'm right here.
All right, all right, all right. How you feeling?
I feel good. I feel good.
All right. Well, you
How
got
about yourself?
go ahead. Well, let me tell you something. I feel great. I feel better than good. Like we haven't done this in a while.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah, man. So it feels good to kind of do this again. And I know we talked about it. And today just seemed like the perfect day to get it going again. It just so happens that National Black Poetry Day happened on a Tuesday when we like to do the virtual open mic. So that's the way the universe gave it to us this time.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't want to talk the people out too much. We'll chat a bit after your poem, but go ahead and share a little something with the people.
Let me get this straight. You can see me?
I see you. Yes. Oh, you got that, that dark, that red light district thing going on.
Oh. Yeah. All right. I didn't know what I was gonna start with, so we'll just go based off of faith. I thought I'd never find love. Then one day, I had a kaleidoscope dream that you finally showed me your true colors. You were a broken stained glass window in a church filled with worshipers, not even aware of what religion they're practicing, but whatever it is, has them willing to give their all to you. Suddenly, I'm drowning in a well of emotions. My thoughts become flooded with things like, what exactly do I have to offer? I'm a terrible swimmer. But then I hear you say, he who have little faith, don't you know that you can levitate? You are blind, but I will see for you. When you see no way, I will part the sea for you. So now that the tear-soaked feelings of doubt are beginning to evaporate from the burdens that I've been carrying, I ask myself, or I ask the universe, or I ask God, was I made to lie in green pastures? Do I lead those beside still waters? Can I restore souls? Do I believe, or better yet, can I make you? I believe. And I believe this little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine, because if I know if there's one thing's for sure, it's going to get dark, and sometimes dark and lonely. But yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, because maybe, just maybe, love is my religion. If so, then I've been straddling the fence for some time now. Church folk would call me a backslider, once a womanizing hypocrite with soul ties strong enough to wrestle with the arms of Samson. Still, I can't explain how it took your love to come along and break every chain. You freed me, washed me away. You baptized me in your holy field spilled pool of love, and you are my savior. No more cross to bear, no more spear to my side, no more thorn to my head. Finally, you've given me the crown that I know I deserve. I thought I'd never find love, and one day I found God. Thank you.
Man, I love that poem.
Yeah, that's one of the I always get. So might as well.
I hear you, bruh. Talk a little bit and let people know, like, we heard the words.
Yeah. Okay. So it sounds all over the place, and that's a bulk of my poetry. It's just random thoughts, and one day, I'm pretty sure I was going through a lot. I tend to write through everything, so this particular time I know I was going through a lot, And I truly believe a lot of people search for love and a lot of people search for God, but most of the time those things are in the same place. We search for, but I think if I find God, I'll find love, and I find love, I'll find God eventually, if it's true to itself.
I hear you. Hey, you got Veronica in here. She said, yes, gave me chills. We also have Kawana James in here. She said, beautiful poem.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. We got Jody Jones in the building. Said, nice poem. Thank you for joining us, Jody. Appreciate that. You're getting some love, brother. Getting some love. It's National Black Poetry Day, and that's what we're celebrating right here. Veronica says, snap, snaps. How can we purchase these poems? I want both.
I'm working on it. It's in the mix right now. Got some things coming together, and hopefully my team come through. I know I'm trying to. So yeah, we're gonna do it.
Oh yeah, I mean, you know, it's a process. I got to tell you something. It definitely is a process. I think, or I'll speak for myself. I know that before I published my first book,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I thought to myself, I was like, okay, well, you know, I've got a number of poems, right? So let me just put some poems together and put a book out.
I'm in the process. Trust me.
It is not like that. Not if you care, because it just takes time to curate the right, you know, poems that you want to put in there, depending on, you know, the direction that you want to go. And I tell you something, I rewrote my intro so many times. I can't even tell you how many times I rewrote that intro. Outrageous. But you know, you hear the people. The people want that book. So, you know, take your time, work on it. I know what it's like. I have people who ask me that a lot. You know, I go places and I always wanted to be able to say, yeah, I got it. You can get it online. And it took a little minute, but it comes. Just to hear that, just to know that you're working on it.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right, man. Appreciate you.
Thank
All
you.
right, y'all see how this thing is going. Y'all see how it's going. I got poets in the building in here for you because we are celebrating National Black Poetry Day 2023. All right. Virtual open mic. This is the Poets House Live. I got a poet who, you know, I say that this is the Poets House Live, and it would only make sense if I brought a poet in, okay, who was actually at the Poets House. What's up, Ayo? You know what? You got to tell the people, you got to say that again, because you know I forgot to unmute you. How you doing, Ayo?
I'm doing good, T. How you doing?
I feel good. How does it feel to be back in the Poets House?
It feels strange and it feels comfortable simultaneously. How about that?
Well, I tell you what, I'm glad to have you here. Always good to have a good poet in the house. Always. I tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and let you share your piece with everybody, and then we'll chat on the other side of your poem. Is that all right?
Yep.
All right, do it.
Juniper, Isis, locust, lily, silly cousin, open tee-hee-hee. I am the joyous healer. I am the fountain glory. I am the silent speaking. I am the neighbor tower. I am the soon-to seeking. I am the grateful light. I am the strivers peaking. I am the wealth in spectrum. We are the course uncharted. We are the tithe and tarry. We are the flock of ages. We are the soul forgiving. We are the flighted temple. We are the sought for linking. We are the truth forever. We are the great hope chasm. We are blue roots, that old gullah magic folk. A little child running wild through a courteous Mayfield. I hold that shield and talk that two-edged sword. They speak landfills, give you chills, yet do not spill. It is the will we of them. Blue roots, that old ghetto magic folk. A little child running miles in Sunday shoes. That dude, that cat, that rat, take 10. No coffles, no scuffles. Just men, shuffle your feet. Zip, drive, defile, press, delete. We of them. Blue roots, that old God Almighty Lord magic folk. Declared griot from the gate. Love your soul, hence now and forever. What the glory told. We all that is. Hungry Neck, Red Top, Carver Street, Let It Drop to the Bottom. We of them, that old Getchy magic. Folksy tale, proper line to verse, ear hustler from trench to church. Once word I spoke, pardon pun and joke. With cardinal wings, children check thy halo beams, that everlasting arm, the scene. No cage bird sing we of them. Blue roots, that old gone set down now, magic folk. Don't care about what nobody say. Unclouded day where soulmates come out to play. Those strings, those horns, woodwind and drum major. Mother, may I, mayor, miniskirt. Mother, may I wear a miniskirt? We of them, and we didn't have to be right here.
Listen to me. Snaps on snaps on snaps. All right. I see we got Kawana in here. She said, do your thing, Ayo, do your thing. I see we got Renee in the building. She sending out those hearts to you. She's like, yes, love. She loving it, feeling it. You got snaps coming in from everybody. I tell you, it's good to hear your voice again.
Yes, and it was kind of, yeah, okay, there it goes. Mm-hmm.
You know, sometimes we got to find it. I know how that feels. I definitely do. And I've been talking all day, so trust me.
Well, 4 hours straight for me, so yes.
Yes. I know. So I saw you reading. Come on, orator. Put that book up there. Let the people know.
Yes, Backwater Blues is on Amazon.com. Yeah. Beautiful blue face.
All right.
Blue face child.
All right. I got it. Let people know, so you got your book out. And Tyler and I were talking a bit about, he's working on his book now. Could you talk a little bit about the process of writing and what it was like for you getting your first book out?
In regard to writing, what I would like to say is the research is so important. I mean, you can have what is already in your mind and on your heart to say, but when you start to dig and find proof of what you're saying is real or is historically based, it just does something for me. But the actual process was kind of simple because nowadays you can just kind of upload whatever it is you've written. You can format your own covers and you can digitally copyright. And I just think it's easy. The stressful part, if you want to call it stress, is the actual work. But like I said, that research, once you start to dig and you find that what is in your heart is based in truth and in history, yeah, that does something for the soul.
All right. I see we got Anthony Sparks in the building. He said, that was awesome. All right. That was awesome. All right. Jody also says she got that fire. Oh yeah, man. She not playing no game.
Got my flames.
You understand? They call her Ayo, the orator. And there's a reason for that. All right. We need to keep this thing going, y'all. It's the Poets House Live. You right here in the building with us. Ayo right in the building. It's a virtual open mic. And sometimes I have a poet in the house with me. That's how it goes down. You know what it is? National Black Poetry Day 2023. If you're liking what you are listening to right now and what you got an opportunity to experience, go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that like button so that other people will know that we are watching. We can get more people in here. I might even get some more poets who might want to come and jump in with us. I see we got another poet who entered the building. Shakidra going to be coming up really soon. So Shakidra, go ahead and get ready. If you're going to be on camera, if you want to put a pic on that avatar, you can go ahead and do that. But we're going to keep it rolling. I got Tori in the building, y'all. I got to let y'all know. I got Tori in the building. Tori.
What up? Listen, oh my God.
Did I talk to you already today?
Yes, you did. But man, this is what I love, that poetry. And I'm actually not spotlighting. I'm a poet, but I want to share some work from others. I actually have 3 favorites, but I don't know. You know how the time go by fast, but I have 3 poets that I want to share.
Okay.
And one is you, of course,
from
the Little Black Book of Poetry. And then Alicia Keys, I have her poetry book, and also I have Tupac. I'm a huge fan of Tupac. So those
Oh,
are my top 3 favorites. So I'm going to start things off with some poetry from Alicia Keys. And this is from her poetry book. And the title of the poetry book is Alicia Keys Tears for Water, Songbook of Poems and Lyrics. And this particular poem is called POW. I'm a prisoner of words unsaid, just lonely feelings locked away in my head. I trap myself further every time I stay quiet. I should start to speak, but I stop and stay silent. And now I've made my own hard bed inside a prison of words unsaid. I'm a POW, not a prisoner of war, a prisoner of words. Like a soldier, I'm a fighter, yet only a puppet. Mostly I only say what you want to hear. Could you take it if I came clear? Or would you rather see me stoned on a drug of complacency and compromise? MIA. I guess that's what I am. Scraping this cold earth for a piece of myself, for peace in myself. It'll be easier if you put me in jail. If you lock me away, I'd have someone to blame. But these bars of steel are of my making. They surround my mind and have me shaking. My hands are cuffed behind my back. I'm a prisoner of the worst kind, in fact, a prisoner of compromise, a prisoner of compassion, a prisoner of kindness, a prisoner of expectation, a prisoner of my youth. Run too fast to be old. I've forgotten what I was told. Ain't I a sight to behold? A prisoner of age dying to be young. To my head is my hand with the gun, and it's cold and it's hard because there's nowhere to run. When you've caged yourself by holding your tongue, I'm a prisoner of words unsaid, just lonely feelings locked away in my head. It's like solitary confinement. Every time I stay quiet, I should start to speak, but I stop and I stay silent. And now I've made my own hard bed inside a prisoner of words unsaid. Thank you.
wow. Let me tell you something. First of all, you read that very nicely. I didn't even know Alicia Keys had a book of poetry, so you put me on to something.
Yes, I've had this book for a few years and I was like, oh my God. And let me tell you why I chose that particular piece. I chose that particular piece because a lot of times I hold my tongue. I don't always speak up for myself. Sometimes I stay silent. And there's something I have to work on because when you stay silent, when you need to speak up, you get to a point where everything balls over and you literally explode. So I can relate to so many levels. And the part where she talked about the gun, I can relate to that part as well because sometimes you stay silent. And I've actually had suicidal thoughts because of me not speaking up for myself. So that's why I wanted to share that particular piece.
Wow. Wow, that was a really great share. And I see we got Anthony Sparks in the building. Where he is. He said that's deep. He also says Virgos are deep into poetry. Oh, so what Virgo got to do with it? Anthony, don't you come on this poetry thing and start. Don't think I won't cut up because it's National Black Poetry Day. Because I will. All right, all right. And I see we got Kevin Mullins here. He said, I didn't know she dropped a poem book. Yeah, I had no idea. I did know, Tupac. I know he's got a book of poetry out. Really, really great book. So I'll have you come back in and share something from that. All right.
Sure.
You'll be if you're okay with that, then
Absolutely. I'm rocking with you tonight.
All right. All right, y'all. We're gonna keep this thing going. I got Shakidra who's getting ready to come up and step up to this here microphone. Let me bring her on in the building. What's up, lady? Are you there? Are you there, Shakidra? Can you hear me? Going one time. Going two times. What's up? Going three times. All right, this how we gonna do this thing, y'all. This how we gonna do it. This how we gonna do it. I'm getting ready to do a poem. I'm hearing an alarm and I'm wondering what I'm hearing, but it's my alarm. Hold on, y'all. I'm messing up my own show. All right. All right. As you know, I've got the little black book of poetry, and I got to tell you something. I'm really happy to have gotten this bit of work out. It wasn't necessarily a book that I started out writing. It's a book that actually it kind of happened. I was writing. I was deep into writing and writing all of these poems, and it was in a season where so much was going on with us as Black people, and these poems kept coming. And before I introduce another poet to the scene, and I hope she'll be ready for me now, I hope so. But before I do, I'm going to read the longest poem. This poem took me the most time to write. So just bear with me here a little bit, but I think you can appreciate this. The title of this poem is The Blackest Thing. The blackest thing I can do is be Black. And God did that. And that's that poem. All right? That's that poem because, listen, I say that in almost a little tongue-in-cheek type of way, but in all seriousness, that is the blackest thing that I can do. And what else can I say beyond that? The blackest thing I can do is be Black. And God did that. What do you add to that? And that's why I stopped it right there. There was nothing else to say. All right. I see we got Kawana here. She says, snaps, you said everything. Appreciate you, sister. Appreciate you, poet. I know you understand. I know you got it. Shakija, you ready for us? I don't know, guys. Well, we're going to give her a little while. I'm going to give her a little while. What I'll do is I'll swing back through and I will get to Mr. Tyler. Are you ready to get back in here with us? You can unmute yourself. What's up, man?
What's up?
You know, you in that little dark room right there, which, you know, I'm feeling that, but we're going to get you a little light on your face at some point. But what I do want to say, because you know I can see it, I love that background you got going on back there.
Oh, thank you. I built
that. You built that?
Yeah, I built that.
Oh, now I know I want you to put some light up there. You understand me? We gonna get together and I'm gonna give you a little light. All right, man. Do you think?
Innocent bystanders, guilty by standards, lucky if a dollar and a dream is what they hand us. You see, that ain't even enough to make it off that corner. It's gonna take a lot to come up off that block, boy, if you wanna. That's pain and sacrifice, but I'm just trying to live my life. Although I'm tired of slaving in these fields every day and night, you see, the grind ain't free and the shine ain't free, and me sacrificing my time at a 9 to 5 ain't free. Seems like these days I gotta keep the peace to keep the peace. Because keeping his face on our pieces don't really mean we know Jesus. Check the thesis, place the pieces. Drug dealers, hustlers, teachers, preachers, they're all just trying to reach us. That's all something in common. Knowing not much is common, find myself thinking twice about the category that I'm in, but they say life is what you make it. Real gonna always recognize the real, so please don't fake it. Some people gonna love your success, some gonna hate it. Well, opportunity will pass you by if you don't take it, so don't ever mistake it, because life is body counts on the rise, watch as the number towers. Restraints placed on our brains by these soul devours. But if you just break those mental chains, you decrease their powers. 60 minutes, man, marching, we in these streets for hours. I know the hand you dealt should be played according to what you bid, right? But life is based on what you gave and not only what you get, right? The fancy clothes and the brand new J's and jewelry won't do shit, right? If you don't know from where you came and who you gonna leave with, right? This is 36 years on this earth. Feels like I just arrived. 36 years to know my worth. Why do I feel deprived? It's like Noah kicked me off the ark. I'm one of a kind and I shouldn't be alive, but in the abyss of that deep dark, Still somehow, Father God, I survived. So with success on my mind, my thoughts are stacked up through the roof. I'm thinking if these walls could talk, I wonder would they tell the truth. The Poets House probably would say something like, life is what you make it. Real gonna always recognize the real, so please don't fake it. Some people gonna love your success, some gonna hate it. But opportunity will pass you by if you don't take it. But don't ever mistake it, because life is the pastor. The pastor that used to be a thug. The thug that prays like a preacher. Round world, spin round, tell me who's your teacher? Who's your maker? Who's gonna greet you? Don't mess around and let the arms of Lucifer reach you. Choose that water over wine, the fish over the swine. Meditate to elevate your heart, soul, and your mind. You got 20/20 vision, but can't see that you still blind. Just look within yourself. You'd be surprised what you can find. I used to cry because of that pain. Now I smile because of the same. It's that this brother finally made it. It wasn't that I sat back and waited. It was all premeditated, yet all anticipated. I studied hard for this one moment. Still, I wonder how they're graded. Well, forget those who said this flow would be debated. I just take those comments, roll it up, light it, and get faded. See, that hate makes me higher. The high makes me flyer. Blowing smoke up out my lungs because I'm steady spitting. Life is what you make it. Real gonna always recognize the real, so please don't fake it. Some people gonna love your success, some gonna hate it, but opportunity will pass you by if you don't take it. So don't ever mistake it, y'all. Peace, power, love.
Woo, boy. You understand me. Snaps on snaps on snaps. Man, that poem gets me every time, man. And like every time we do live events, like not like this live, like this virtual live, but when we're like on location and doing live events, people love that poem, man.
Yeah.
You did some writing on that. You did some real writing, I wanna keep it going. I want to keep it going for you guys. I got Miss Attitude who has joined us in the building. How you doing, Miss Attitude? What's up with you?
I'm doing great. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, we can.
Great. I'm so glad I made it. I worked late today, but I want to hop on because it's fantastic. And I'm glad you're doing this, Tanya, for all of us. We need this. Keep it going.
Absolutely. All right. Well, we'll chat after you do your piece. Go ahead and get into it.
In honor of Black Poetry Month or Day, I wrote a poem about something that I think affects a lot of Black people, and it's called Black at Work. Black faces in white spaces can feel misplaced in those places. When you grace those stages, feel like you're being played or not appreciated, overlooked, then overseen. You're in a plantation nation, know your station. Stay in your place or get disgraced, fired or demoted, and you voted for this. Representation is important, but there is a cost. Don't let that be lost on you. Be careful, watch your back and your front, because they'll front on you and then blame you. Because Black faces in white spaces stand out and are noticed. It's hard to blend in, be one of them, and they let you know it, but you know that too. So beware, take care, and trust your gut feelings above all other things, because you got you and they don't. Peace, Miss Attitude.
Miss Attitude. I felt your attitude all through that whole poem, and I feel you, and I think everybody here can relate to that.
Yes, ma'am.
I hear the inspiration, and I got to tell you something. Is that a new piece? I don't think
it is. It's new.
Wow. Snaps on snaps on snaps, lady.
Because if you work anywhere and you've been like maybe the only Black person in a company or one of the few, you can relate to this.
Oh yeah. And I mean, it's unfortunate. It really is, but it still happens. And you ask yourself, like, okay, we're in 2023. 2023. Are we still visiting some of these same places, or these same things still happening? And the reality of it is yes. So I want to thank you for that piece. If you want to hang around and do another piece, I'm going to go ahead and put you backstage, and we keep it going.
Sure. Thank you.
All right. All right, y'all. You heard Miss Attitude. Miss Attitude is like, let me tell you something. You gotta come to a live event when there's an open mic, because you need to experience Miss Attitude in person, okay? Let me let you know. You need to experience that for yourself. I don't know if Shakidra's, I don't know what's going on with Shakidra. I'm gonna try one more time. Shakidra, where you at? Where you at? Unmute yourself. Unmute, lady. Y'all, the reason, let me tell y'all something. The reason why I keep going back, because it's a bad poet, y'all. Everybody who stepped into this space tonight are some really, really great poets. They really are. And I wish you all could experience her, but maybe she's having some technical difficulties. I don't know. Maybe she stepped away. I don't know what's going on. But we're going to keep it moving right along. We're going to keep it moving. I'm getting ready to step back into the Poet's House for a minute. We're going to step back into the Poet's House. What's up over there, Ayo? What's up over there? I did it again. I did it again. I did not unmute you. I did it again. Say it again.
Say it again. Let me stop. Just remembering the space and, building up my comfortability.
Yeah. Because we got to tell the people we haven't done this in a while. We started the Poets House live. What was it, like 3 years ago?
A long time.
That was during the pandemic era.
Mm-hmm.
That seemed like it was just yesterday, but it really wasn't. Yeah. But you know what? It birthed right. It birthed this.
Yeah, it did.
And I see a lot of people doing it, and I like the opportunity for us to be able to share this way, because it gives us an opportunity to be in spaces together when maybe timing and schedules just might not work out. People kind of need to stay close to the nest. So I love it. What do you think about doing these type of poetry events, virtual events? What do you think it has added to our art?
I think that it has added multitasking, because you can still do whatever it is you're doing. Depending on how comfortable you are. I mean, you could be in there cooking right now, or, you know what I mean? You can still get things done, have your fun, and you got your mic, you can still be heard. And if you have things memorized, then you can just kind of go. So it's added flow, I guess you would say.
Yeah. And I don't know if even like from, well, you probably do notice from the first time we started doing this, if you just notice some just small little changes in terms of technical pieces that we're using now, like that camera right there in front of you. And it's just a tiny little camera,
And does it.
Yeah, and it's doing it. You're seeing yourself up there. I see you looking there every now and again, because I know the angles. But I tell you something, I love the ability to do this, and I kind of agree with you. It does allow us to multitask. Now, for me personally, yeah, I'm sitting in my kitchen, but I can't cook and do this, because I'm present. I'm sitting here watching you, right? You're in the other room right beside me, and I'm still forgetting to punch your microphone. So we don't want me doing anything else.
Okay, well, you concentrate. No. But I mean, I could be carving, talking and carving.
You absolutely could be. And you know what? That might be something that we might just work into things, because that camera that you're on right now, it actually tracks. So we're going to do some show off things this year. 2023, we're going to usher you out.
Well, I like.
But in 2024, we might do some things that they'd be like, what are they doing? What the poets doing?
Everything.
It's the Poets House live. All right. I want to bring a couple other poets in because I like that question. Tori, go ahead and unmute yourself. Go ahead.
Ma'am.
Kevin, go ahead and unmute yourself, sir. Rep the Most High. Ayo made me think of a question here, and I asked her, I know you guys heard it. I asked, what do you think being able to do events like this, you're sitting in front of your computer or you may be in front of your phone, let people know how you're doing it, because we're doing it different ways. As you notice, Tori is behind a talk bubble. No, hey, listen, don't laugh. That's so cool to me. I just want people to see like the various ways that you can do this and how we can share. Talk about what it's like and what you feel like being able to do this has added to our art.
Basically, I like the versatility of it, and the day is one of those days I just was relaxing at the house, and I was like, I'm not getting ready to come on the mic with no bonnet on, so we're gonna talk behind this talk bubble. So I like the versatility, and I like the fact that with the virtual, you can actually talk to somebody all over the world,
Yeah.
like New York, all over the world. I love the fact that you can, not be centered to one location. You can speak to people all over the world. So I love that. And then I love the fact that, I like the replay, like people that may be missing the live, they can go back and watch the replay of what they missed.
Mhm.
And then when they watch replay, they can fast forward, rewind, like, oh, I caught the beginning. Cause like when you was doing your podcast every day, the parts that I missed, I can go back and rewind it. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I love that. Now, when you're in person, you can't rewind what they said if you're not recording. I'll say that because nowadays people have always got the camera phones out. But I like the fact that the replay, and I like the fact that you can talk to people all across the world. And then I like the fact, like when you have moments like I'm having a bad hair day, I don't have to come on the camera. So I love it.
Good, good, good. Kevin, go ahead, chime in, man. What do you think it adds to the art?
Definitely scheduling wise. When people can't meet up in one space, trying to call somebody and say, hey, can you meet me here? Can you meet me here? Calling somebody else, can you meet me here? It definitely gives you that freedom to actually be with them without necessarily presence, physically, And I love that aspect. I'm about to hop back on and do some more.
Yeah.
We're gonna get some interviews for these artists and whatnot,
Mhm.
and that has been a blessing. You gave me the game, and I'm gonna run with it, unfold it, and manifest it.
All right. Hey, listen, you doing your thing, brother. We have fun out here. I love doing live shows with you as well. And like you say, just scheduling and different things that go
Right.
on. We're still able to just like maybe take an hour or just a little more than an hour, hop on and get something good, get those juices flowing, get some of these words out. But since
Oh
I
yeah.
got you here, you got another piece you want to share with us?
Actually, I do. Something off the press.
Okay.
So
Something new,
yeah,
something new.
something new. It's
All
called
right.
visualization. All right. Excuse me, guys. We got a slight cold, but we're gonna press our way. This one is entitled visualization. Let's get into it. You have to become what the mind sees in order for the mouth to speak what the heart believes. And please believe me when I say this is the conception. In the moment that you are in his presence, protected, heaven sent, the word plays benevolent, wrapped up as a gift. You see, the package may be a myth, but when you feel this, it's not oblivious. I hope it makes sense. If not, let me rewind this. I say, let me rewind this. Let me rewind this. You have to become what the mind sees in order for the mouth to speak what the heart believes. Please believe me when I say this is the conception. In this moment that you're in his presence, protected, heaven sent, the wordplay is benevolent, wrapped up as a gift. The package may be a myth, but when I say you feel this, it's not oblivious. Matter of fact, I know it makes sense, so I don't have to rewind this. So I proceed with the faithful feet moving in accordance, orchestrated. I'm kind of glad he delayed it. A majestic mind thought I displayed this. When I forgot, Majesty made this. This is my prayer of repentance. I will never forget the storm when it was so loud, but had me stay silent, peaceful like chords played on a violin. I felt like a scrub because I didn't dial in. Wash me clean as a foul man. Thank you.
Yes, 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 yes. All right, brother. I like that piece.
That's the new joint. I just literally wrote this joint like Friday night.
Wow.
And then when you hit me up, I was like, wow. Okay. It makes sense.
Good, man. Hang in here
Right.
with us. I'm getting ready to bring somebody up in here.
Definitely.
I wanna ask this question. I want to bring let me get Mr. Tyler back in the building. Let me get Miss Attitude back in the building. I want to ask you guys the same question that was asked. What do you feel like this virtual game has brought to the poetry game? Now, that's what we talked about. That's the question I asked Kevin and Tori, Keep the Faith with Tori. You know, they had a little talk about it, IO. But on the flip side of that, what I want to know is, what do you think is probably taken away from what we do?
Who you asking, me or Tyler?
Ladies first.
All right.
What it takes away is the drama sometimes, like the theatrics, like you're on stage and you're doing a performance. So it may take away a little bit of that because you don't get that whole experience.
Right. Dig it. What you think, Tyler?
I'm gonna go piggyback off exactly what she said. It's I think for everybody in here, I'm not even gonna lie. I am nervous. I'm a nervous wreck every time I hit the stage. But it is something about that energy that you receive in that room when you perform. This does great, you know, and it is what we have to work with. Making the best of what we have, right?
Yeah.
The great perform. I actually enjoy this as well, but it's nothing compared to feeling that actual energy from someone. Yeah, we can transfer energy across these, social media sites, but it's nothing better than being in that room and watching smiles or expressions and feeling energy or greeting someone and actually performing in front of an actual crowd. I don't know. That's just my take on it.
I agree. But I like both of your points. Ayo, come on and chime in. What you think?
There are no losses.
No losses?
No losses.
You know what? I almost forgot to turn your mic on again, but because you took that little celebrated pause, I got to do a little quick.
There are no real losses where I'm looking at it because
Preach.
I mean, when you're on the stage, yeah, you get that energy from the crowd, but there's something about being in a home, like this is a home setting, and you're getting the energy of the people who used to be here, like this is their furniture. It's still a vibe, so there's no losses for me. I can hear family laughing in here, or having their gatherings. So it's the same, and there's no loss for me.
Well, the Poet's House is live.
It is live.
and you know what? I'm glad you mentioned that. And the reason why I'm happy that you mentioned that is because I really wanted it to be that way, and I wanted it to feel that way. And there are times when we have several artists in the house, at the same time. So when we have that as well, it's also a different type of energy, a different type of vibe. So we've had musical artists in here. We have, in fact, Tyler, do you want to tell them, or do you think we should hold a little bit? What we got coming up?
Release that energy. Prepare them for it.
Okay. All right. Well, we're about to do some poet desk. Y'all know the little tiny desk concert.
Yeah.
So that's what we're about to do up in here. We've got some artists lined up, and starting in November, you're going to start seeing some of that. So, that's been one of Tyler's babies that he's nurses. He is a father for real, for real. He's got the baby. Man, love. But this has been a project that he has been wanting to do for a while, and we talked about it. We kind of got to get things where we needed them to be, and where we need to be. And so look for that very soon on the Poets House Live. We're going to bring in some of those musical artists so you get an opportunity to see some of those local and independent artists in a tiny desk situation. You know what I'm saying? All right, I want to read some of the comments from people. I'm not ignoring my people here in the comments. Jody Jones says, I love it. Also, Anthony put some snaps up. Those were from when some of our poets were reading their stuff. Also, whoa, Miss Attitude. Yeah, she does the thing, man. She's just like that. Also, we got Allure Unique putting some hearts out. Thank you for joining us. Some hearts, some hands up. So we feeling it. I'm glad you guys are feeling it. We usually typically do the Poet House Live on the last Tuesday of the month. But today we came especially for you. We came especially for you because it is National Black Poetry Day. All right. Kevin Mullins is putting it out here. He said, share this live. I can't agree with him more. You guys share this. Share this so that artists will know that this is a virtual mic that you can come and jump and get on. Share this because there are people who might not be able to go out on a Tuesday night and they want to hear a little poetry, get a little sample of it. Maybe you missed a show, but you might get, you miss a live show, but maybe you might be able to catch a virtual show and you can watch it with us live. You can comment with us. You can ask questions. You can talk to the poets. You can talk to me, but you can also hit that replay and be able to hear what these local poets and these poets in their hometowns, you get to hear what they got for you. All right. So I see Allure Unique. She said, I shared it. Well, thank you very much. Thank you. And those cheers are for you. Yes, they are. We got mad love for you. All right, y'all. All right, I'm gonna bring my poets who've been up in here with us. I'm gonna bring y'all on up in here. Come on up in here. Get on in here. Who do I leave out? I got everybody. Guys, we done hit that hour. I don't know how it happened so fast. But we hit an hour. It's time for us to say goodbye. Y'all
Peace. Look.
Y'all sound like y'all just want what? Everybody got quiet. Like
we good.
Words.
We never can say goodbye.
Never can say goodbye. No. All right. Yeah, y'all. We got Miss Io in the building. Go ahead and give the people a goodbye.
Osafa Hojangale, you were mine before we made it here.
Woo! Let the people know, send them on home.
Thank you, guys. I'm be like Russell Simmons. Peace and good night.
All right. All right, Kevin. What you got for him?
Hey, listen up. You know what I'm saying? Common ground is still growing up, one mic at a time. You might catch us live at the Poets House. You never know.
You never know. Miss Attitude.
As always, peace and blessings. Miss Attitude.
Respect still. Mr. Tyler.
It's about more than words. Life is what you make it. Y'all have a great night.
Y'all heard what them people said? They said have a good night, so I just got to let you know it's time for me to get on up out of here myself. I got to go too. I do. I got to go. As much as I love y'all, as much as I love doing this, just like my third time live today, it has been a very live day. You understand me? I love you. Look out for the Poets House Live. Share this, like this. Make sure that you follow all of these artists. You can find them on YouTube, find their Facebook pages. And the next time, what I should do, is go ahead and put up their social handles. Didn't do that today. But that just means you got to join us the next time for it. All right, y'all. We got to get out of here. You ain't got to go home because you probably already at home. All right. Love y'all.